So, Dr. Brian, I also have another question for you in terms of support. So, how do I actually determine how much support do I need for the sports that I engage in?
Okay, that's a really, really astute question, and I'll tell you why. There is a tremendous word in the entire global footwear industry about support, okay? And it's not what people think. One of the first things that people in the tropics don't do is this beautiful invention called laces. Now, if you're from Canada or Russia, and you go out in a snow boot, and you don't learn to lace your footwear up. One of my first sons went to Canada after he was only 7 years old, and we nearly had to chop his legs off because he didn't learn to lace his footwear up. So the first element of support is that just like a gentleman's gentle handshake, a firm, not macho Texan handshake, that the footwear must hold on to you. Okay, and it actually makes your footwear hotter because if you slip into your shoes without undoing your laces and you're moving around in it, movement generates friction and friction generates heat. And I believe it's already 32 degrees Celsius in this country every day. So we put on lightweight breathable meshes in all footwear, running shoes, to reduce the weight of the upper. We don't have that on any pivoting sports. Soccer, tennis, badminton, squash, generally full leather uppers. But we put those on as breathable and also to reduce the weight. But people say, wow, does this shoe have got a lot of support in it? Well, okay. This is one of the top technical shoes in the world. It's the Gel Kinsei by A6. And people go, geez, Brian, you said there's no support in that shoe. Look at all the arch support. I'm going, really? A butterfly could land on that. And if you look at the inside of even the world's best technical running shoes, okay, the camera can't see, but it's dead flat.
From the inside?
Yeah. There's no support in there. There's no arch support. There's only one footwear. It's a German sandal. And it has an attempt to put some mass-produced minimal amount of actual arch support. So people say, I'm hearing the word all the time in the media. And it's a myth. It's a misrepresentation about the support in footwear. I can show you 99.99% of all shoes in the world that are dead flat. So people go, what are you guys talking about then? Well, what we're talking about is that a shoe has, by virtue of proper construction, for regular, normal human beings, and I'll explain why when I get to a shoe like this, okay? This is a very elite technical running shoe, and it has proper construction in that. If I go to the back of this shoe, remember I can take a shoe like this, which is, I'm not sure what that's designed for, but the number one most common injury in the human body is an ankle inversion sprain. You know, people twist their ankle. And we put in some nice support in the back of a shoe. It's called the heel counter. And it's tremendous construction. If I try, the very top part's just padding. And there's an enormous support construction. Gosh, there's that word support. And then there's a fact that whether you're flat-footed or got a really rare high arch, the human foot only bends right there. Your foot, my foot, every human being, and I've seen an awful lot of foot in my coming 4 decades of practice. So the human foot's supposed to bend there, and with very, very, very minor exception, footwear are not supposed to bend in the middle because the foot doesn't bend in the middle. If I had to take this shoe, and I'm a really strong guy, I can't bend it no matter how much I try. We use a variety of Kevlar, carbon fiber, really strong materials in the middle of proper constructed footwear. So that has the support that it holds on to you, the support that it helps prevent ankle injuries, and most people when they walk or jog or run at normal speed, and you're going to see where I'm going next with this, that if a normal person on a treadmill at a health club or out on the road runs at 7, 8, up to 12 kilometers an hour, by the time someone's going 12 kilometers an hour, they're boogieing, okay? And so that provides a lot of support by virtue of proper construction, and it has some reasonable cushioning in it. So strength, stability, support, construction, and cushioning. The 3 S's and 2 C's, okay? And that has it in good quality technical footwear by companies like A6, New Balance, and there's other good specialized companies as well. Is that a nice lightweight shoe? Oh, cool. Yeah, okay. This happens to be one of the most popular brands in the world. And yeah, I'm not going to say the name because it's not appropriate. And a noodle has more support. And considering, if you look in 1 year, there's 365 days, a person takes 10,000 steps a day. Your body weight, you're 40 kilograms, let's say, 38?
Wow, I wish.
Yeah, okay, I'm just being polite. I'm always a couple kilograms below. You're 43 kilograms, correct?
No.
No?
Heavier than that.
Oh, okay, well, you're very well muscled and lean and you work out. If you do that math, 360, say just a 50 kilogram person on average. 365 times 10,000 times 50 comes out to 180 million kilograms of force on your foot in 1 year. It's an irrefutable scientific and mathematic fact.
Okay.
180 million kilograms. Try to get your head around that. Is that a huge force? Right? A Mercedes only weighs 2,000 kilograms. 180 million kilograms. Do you think there's any strength, any stability, any support in that that's going to protect you against those kind of forces that are acting through your feet and to the rest of your body? No. So that will cause a tremendous amount of potential injuries unless you're standing in front of the mirror at health club looking good. Pose, pose, pose. So that's why proper footwear. Now, on the other hand, people come into a shop that might be not as knowledgeable as Jeffrey and any of us staff at Fetter, and they'll go, wow, this is awesome. It's literally like
Can
it
I
floats.
try?
Yeah, sure.
Whoa.
Okay, and isn't that awesome? This way is, say, for argument's sake, just about a good quality, they can say is not a motion control shoe. Okay, so it's about 400 grams. And that shoe is just half the weight, say, 2 to 1. And this shoe is not meant for you.
Is it meant for running? No.
Oh yeah, it's meant for
is-
running. But it's meant for running on race day by a black man or a black woman who runs a 2-hour marathon. A marathon is 42 kilometers, 195 meters. And that's, if you do the math, how's your math? Come on, you're a good Singapore student. 42 kilometers, say roughly, in 2 hours means they're running at 21 kilometers an hour. Remember, I just said that most people run at about 8 to 10 kilometers an hour, and a person who looks like they're moving is running at 12. These people are running faster than most people for an average speed for 2 hours. For a full marathon, they're running faster than most people can sprint for even 100 or 400 meters. And they are a very unique individual. They're from Kenya or Ethiopia. They're black. They weigh 38 to 42 kilograms. They have 6% body fat. They have Kevlar bones, super strong bones, and they're very thin and emaciated on upper body, and they have massive thighs and very strong buttocks, running muscles, okay? And they only wear this on race day. Why? Because there's no strength, there's no stability, there's no support, there's no construction in this. There's only one thing, a little bit of cushioning. And that's all that all these technologies were designed for, which is basically just, they don't like it when they step on. I was the official podiatrist for the Singapore Marathon in the late 1990s and 2000s, and we do invite the top 100 runners in the world here. They're all black because of their genetics. And a lot of them were running barefoot. And they don't like it when they step on a pebble or a piece of glass, even though their skin is really, really tough on their feet, okay? And basically, they sometimes grew up in very poor countries where they could not afford any footwear at all, and they had to go the 10 miles. It's not a story. They had to go the 10 miles barefoot through the jungle to go to school. And so they grew up barefoot, and through a number of very interesting things, they developed a tremendous amount of running for the civil service, kind of like our national service. They had British civil service, and they became very good runners. But they will wear this racing shoe on race day. So just if you understand basic energy without physics, something that's twice the weight takes twice the amount of energy to accelerate and decelerate 42,000 times, 42,000 strides over 42 kilometers, right? Say a person takes a 1 meter stride. So this they will wear on race day. Why? Because if I put an ankle weight around you for a week, say just 500 grams or a kilogram, and I let you go around with it and your body got used to it, when you took it off, do you feel like you could jump to the ceiling?
Yes.
Yes. So that's why they train and benefit from all the strength and stability and support and protection against running injuries that this shoe provides with all of its technical features. And then on race day, they put on a lightweight racing shoe that has no protection whatsoever, that they have done their 300 kilometers of training in a week in that protective shoe. And then on race day, they put this on, and then they can feel like they can fly because they have something half the weight on their foot. Unfortunately, if people come into a shop with no proper knowledge and they go, well, this thing feels like a tank, woo, thank you very much, this is like a butterfly, and they get that, and that will kill them. It will cause sports injuries because it has none of the essential technology and proper features, which only a knowledgeable store will say, no, I'm not going to sell that to you, and I'll tell you why. And Jeffrey can do that.
Okay.
Other shops, no disrespect, they cannot, because they say, well, you want that lightweight shoe? Cool, great, I made a sale. We do things to protect our patients and our clients, and that's what education is all about.